So we have placed the robot. We've gone to the northwest corner. Now we're ready to start cleaning a row. And cleaning a row is going to consist of cleaning up a bunch of piles. Um, and when do I know when I'm done with a row? When there's a wall in front of me. So somehow, some way, the clean row is going to take me from one end of this room to the other end, either going across or going up and down. It really doesn't matter which way. Um, so you're going to you're going to need Roomba dot front is clear, right? Because that's how you determine if I can move forward. If my front's clear, I can move forward. So you're going to need that. You're going to need also in here clean up a pile. So every time I move, I should call clean up a pile. And then we've got the logic, or I guess clean up pile. And then we've got the logic in here for cleaning up a pile. It's just a placeholder for that. So that's how I call the function that's up here. Clean up a pile. I'm ready to clean up a pile. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to move. And then I'm going to check the front is clear. Kind of do all that stuff. There's a couple of tricky logic errors that you're going to encounter, hopefully. Um, Thinking about cleaning up a pile. Remember, we did this when we were cleaning up the tube. And one of the things we needed to know is, am I next to a beeper? So if I'm next to a beeper. So that was the code. And again, this one is going to say Roomba dot. So why didn't I do Roomba dot clean up pile here? I did Roomba dot front is clear, but not Roomba dot clean up a pile. Well, clean up a pile is not something built into the robot class. Is the author of the robot class? They didn't add a clean up pile function. They have next to a beeper. They have pick beeper. Those are things that a robot can do. So Roomba dot pick beeper. That's what you're going to find in clean pile. You're also going to have to deal with counting because I need to know where was the biggest pile. How many total beepers were picked up? How many piles of beepers did I find? Because I needed the average pile size. So there's a lot of counting. I'll just leave these in comments. Lots of counting here. And I'm going to put these just in comments. Um, we're talking about it. It wouldn't compile. The clean pile is fine. And front is clear. These all need semicolons, but really, these are conditions for determining should I do something or should I not do something. What about move to a next row? What do you want? How are you going to move to the next row? Well, that depends on which direction you're facing. I'm going to go ahead and click run here. Should run. I think it'll run. We'll talk about. So let's assume my robot is up here and it's facing east. Let's say that's the way I wanted to clean my room. So when I am done cleaning this row, these piles of beepers will have been picked up. I'll be facing east. How would I move to the next row? Well, since I'm facing this direction, the next row is the one below me. I'll need to turn right, move, turn right, and now I'm ready to clean up the next row. Right? So now that's what'll make me go ahead and clean the next row. Move to the next row is kind of tricky because if I'm facing to the west, according to the kind of the way I was going to do it, when I'm moving to the next row, I need to turn left, move, turn left, and then I'm ready to clean up that next row. So sometimes I turn right, move, turn right. Sometimes I turn left, move, turn left. And I got to kind of figure out which one's appropriate because it's not always the same. If you always do the same, you'll just keep going in a circle and you won't be advancing through all of the locations in the room. All right, I am going to leave it here. Oh, I did add a turnaround function. So notice if you wanted to use the turnaround function, like for instance, up here in the move to northwest corner, I thought that'd be a good idea. It's not Roomba dot turn around. That doesn't actually work because that's a function that was defined in here, not it doesn't belong to the robot. So I would just do turnaround instead of Roomba dot turnaround because it's not something that robots can do. This is actually the proper way to do that. So if you wanted to use the turnaround function, you can. If you wanted to use the turn right function, same thing. You would just say turn right instead, and you're very likely to use that in move to next row. You would say turn right instead of Roomba.turn right. Okay. All right. I'm hoping you have enough info to kind of finish off the rest of this project. I will see you next time I see you. All right.